right, y'all, I am Jonna Mae, and we are in the music room. I'm gonna do this first song called Gone. It's about Colorado mostly. Ready? 2, 3, and...
Some wood, I got a match and a whole lot of fluid, and there's a catch. Just what I'm doing, and now I'll bet if my heart's not ruined, you won't see me for a while. Time, but I'll leave with a smile tonight. So when you're wondering why I'm wandering off, don't think too hard or blame yourself at all. I hate this place and all these faces ain't your fault. I'm just taking my credit, I'm paying my bills, I'm going away over the hill. You won't see me again, I'm going in. I found the deepest, darkest spot to bury my sins. So call me what you want, some say I'm running from problems that I got, but the truth is I'm lying, inside I'm dying and I'm trying to get lost. You won't see me for a while. I'm running out of time. Just 'cause I hate this place and all these faces ain't your fault. I'm just taking my credit, I'm paying my bills, I'm going away over the hill. You won't see me again, I'm too hard or blame yourself at all. Just 'cause I hate this place and all these faces ain't your fault. I'm just taking my credit, I'm paying my bills, I'm going away over the hill. You won't see me again, I'm gone.
Lovely.
Sound.
Hey, sounded great.
Right.
Welcome to In the Music Room, Jonna Mae. It's been a minute since we've been trying to get you in here, and here we are finally. And you brought with you your pops.
My pops,
Dana.
Spigener.
He sounds making you sound pretty good too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing.
So Gone was about the time that you lived in Colorado?
It's about the time I left Colorado.
Left Colorado, but yeah.
Well, it was just before I left Colorado, but up there, I know y'all do like cornfield parties and stuff here, but in high school in Colorado, you hike up a mountain and you build a tire fire, and nobody can get to you. It doesn't really matter what you're doing. So that's kind of where that came from. And we would often take like our old bills and old mail and stuff out of our trashed cars, and we'd burn them. And so that's kind of where some of the ladies came from. But
Good memories.
yes, great memories.
Your next song is 9 Straight Days. Tell us a little bit about that song.
Days. So at the beginning of last year, I was going to Houston here and there for some co-writing, which was brand new, and I still am terrified of co-writing because I get super weird when I do it. But you have to share it, eventually, and that was kind of where I started doing that more. And I was hanging out with my friend Alex Koba, and he's a great songwriter. And we both he's got a son, I've got a son, and we both do this music thing, and neither one of us really know what's like going on. And so we just we wrote this song out called 9 Straight Days. And it's just about, not being able to stop thinking about somebody for 9 days in a row.
There you go.
That's basically it. 2, 3, 4.
Couple kids and 4 years down till you rolled into town. I was shocked and damn near dumb, to say the least. Now I can't get my head around 9 straight days, can't put you down. If you're the drug, then I must be the junkie. But what are we? What are we? And what are we gonna do? What are we? What are we? And what are we gonna do now? Well, you should know I ain't so good. Don't always do the things I should. But I know that I don't lack in loyalty. And everything that I know now, truer words and brighter sounds. If I looked away, how blind would I be? But what are we? What are we? And what are we gonna do? What are we? What are we? And what are we gonna do now? Well, there's never a quick fix. Looks like this game is rigged. Push and pull our way out of the dark. But if you care half enough to wait this out and learn what's what, 9 straight days could be all we need. But what are we? What are we? And what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
So co-writing agreed with you then.
It's trying, yes. It's still a process.
Yeah.
We're working on it.
Good job. Your next song is Like You. What was the inspiration for that?
Oh, goodness gracious. I can't give you a name because everything's public now, so I have to work around the names sometimes. But
you can make up a name.
Well, I'll tell you the story and then
okay.
So I dated this drummer for a while, and I learned the hard way that you're not supposed to date other musicians. I still try and do it. It's like so hard not to, but the first time I did it, it was this drummer, and he's one of the most talented people I've ever met in my entire life. But God, he just made me so mad all the time, and I had been through quite a bit in my life, just because I kind of loved the misery for a lot of years. That's where I got my songs from, and I wallowed in it for a long time. But I realized one day that this freaking drummer was bothering me so much more and hurting my heart and getting to me so much more than all of the bad things that ever had happened to me. All of a sudden, this person was hurting me worse. So that's where it came from. And it's kind of a darker song. Although we are still friends and we still play shows and stuff. Anyway, yeah. Like You. Ready? It's funny that I tell these stories in front of my dad. He knows I'm talking about him.
She's been one of the boys since she was about 4 years old.
And I can play the drums better. This is a serious song, stop it. Okay. 2, 3, and...
Could have done anything I wanted, so I chose to try it all. From church every Sunday on to drugs and alcohol. I never weighed the goods and bads enough to tell quite whether I had time and if I'd get to hell. But nothing seemed to bother me like you do, and nothing seemed to get to me like you. And when you came over on the first night, I thought it'd never last, but you said I'd been on your mind for months, it came to pass. Now I'm looking out the window alone, getting high, to stare at the rain and ask God why. Nothing seems to bother me like you do, and nothing seems to get to me like you. Well, I've tried to win this fight. No, but there's never been a losing side. In time I knew nothing could ever touch me like you do. I could have done anything I wanted, so I chose to try it all. From church every Sunday on to drugs and alcohol. I never weighed the goods and bads enough to tell quite whether I had time and if I'd get to hell. But nothing seemed to bother me like you do, and nothing seemed to get to me like you. get to me like you.
Don't date the drummer. Whatever you do.
I was wondering if maybe it could be associated with your next song, which is Loser.
Yeah, stuff. They're so associated. Unfortunately, I wrote Loser about me.
Oh, no.
And that was another co-write. That was, okay, this is the first real co-write that I've ever done in my life.
Uh-huh.
And,
Who'd you co-write with?
my daddy.
Yay!
So this is a duet that we do. But I had just had my son. He was like, I don't know, maybe like 3 or 4 months old. And that's when I realized that I was not allowed to write songs anymore. I would sit down and try, and he'd be like, nope, put that guitar down right now.
Feed me.
Yes. And so I would get halfway through these songs, and I'd get so frustrated. And finally, I was like, my dad writes songs. So that was the first time I handed one over to him. And so we got a pretty cool duet out of it. Jonna Mae. Oh, there it is. And it's called Loser. Things have changed since then. Cool. Ready? 2, 3, 8.
Well, I'm a nobody and I really never been. Most days I wake up regretting everything I did. And I usually tend to do them all again. 'Cause I'm a nobody and I really never been. Well, I just ain't able, I really never been. So I'll pick things up just to put them down again. And I wish I could call you more than a friend. I just ain't able, I really never been. 'Cause I don't care what could be, and I'm scared of what should be. And I ain't there for the good things that come around. No, I just use and abuse them. I've gotten real good at losing, and I don't blame you for choosing to turn around.
Well, I ain't that strong, and I really never been. You get a little cocky, then here comes that Sunday punch again. You know I'd fight for you, baby, if I thought that I could win. But I ain't that strong, and I really never been. No, I ain't compassionate, really never been. So I'll judge through you till I can see myself again. All it ever does is kick me in the chin. So I ain't compassionate, or really never been. You won't know where to find me. Ain't no chains that'll bind me. I just really to that long train whistling. You know why I just had to go. There was a time when you could count on me, when my hands were still and my mind was free. I could hold your dreams upon my back, toe the line and pull the slack. Wish that I could just go back, shake it off and try again. I'm a nobody and I really never been. I'm a nobody and I really never been.
Thank you. That one's kind of ever changing. Every time we do it, it's different.
That's all right. That's a good song.
Thank you.
But I wouldn't put yourself in that category.
Well, not anymore.
Okay, good.
Really.
Say
good
no. Okay. Next we have Maybe I Will. Tell us
Maybe
about
I
that
Will.
one.
So this one was also kind of a co-write. Kind of.
With Dad again?
This no. This was one of those 3 a.m. songs, and I was with my friend Townie Adams. He's a songwriter out of Waco, and we were just up all night. You know, we had just finished. We used to host a songwriter night together, so we would do the songwriter night, and then we'd all go back to his house. And we'd just play music till the sun came up, and that specific night, I had the song in my head, and I knew I wanted to write it. I had been on the phone with him that day, and he was telling me how one of his friends had passed, and one of my friends in Colorado had passed, like, the same morning, and I said, maybe it's in the water, like, maybe it's in the sky, like, I don't know. And so then we used those as lyrics
Right.
for this song. Yeah, here it is. Maybe I will. Hang on, I gotta fix that.
This is the
You're not gonna forgive me.
starts with the
Oh, don't you do this to me. You're right there. It is jumping all over the place. Oh. Okay, we'll just do that. You know what's... Tuners hate me. They hate me. They always have. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, here we go. Maybe it's in the water. Maybe it's in the tuner. It's definitely not in the operator. I'm still trying to figure that part out. Sorry, I know I keep moving this. It keeps falling though. Okay. 2, 3, and... Maybe it's in the water, and maybe it's in the sky, and maybe I'm tearing pages from a book I didn't write. Maybe I'll fall, and maybe I'll fly, and maybe I'll make it out alive. Booking, and I'm scared to write. I know I've done a lot, but not enough most of the time. When I'm happy or not happy, happens every single time. Maybe we'll make it out alive.
can't say goodbye. Maybe we can't get through more than one good night. Well, I know you might fall and I know you might fly, but I know we'll make it out alive. Thank you.
Great song.
Thank you.
Now, for our listening audience, if they're sitting here going, "Gosh, this chick, I just gotta get her stuff," where can they go to find you on the web, or how do they get in touch with you?
So right now I've got, every social media you can think of, and YouTube, and all that. Technically, there's a record that I made when I was 13 out there, but don't go looking for it. We might do one of the songs from it, but we're working on a whole album right now, and it'll be 14 songs. We're gonna lay 7 acoustic and 7 full band, and just go back and forth. Really confuse people a lot.
Sure.
So that'll be out soon. My single will be out in the next couple months, but you can find my music at least, YouTube or TikTok or Instagram or Facebook or whatever you like to use.
All right. You have your next song is "Where You Stand." Tell us a little bit about that.
Where You Stand. Okay, this one sounds like I'm super mad. That's what I tell people. And sometimes, the songwriting process changes. I don't believe that we're actually in charge of any of it. I think we're just kind of vessels, Because half the time I don't even talk like that. I don't even use that vocabulary or anything. So, and a lot of times people will hear a song that we write and they'll think, man, she was really pissed off,
Yeah.
But this is one of those ones that really didn't mean anything to me. It just kind of came out. Yep. I'm sure there's somebody floating around that it means something to, but they gave it to me. So, Where You Stand. It's just about, I don't know.
Where you stand.
Men. Mostly men.
That explains it all. Go, girl. Right.
Not plural. Just one man. Okay. Oh, it's drama too. It's gonna be okay. 2, 3, and. Well, I really wanna write a song about you, but I won't if you don't want me to. Did you really light a match that quick? Did you really think that I'd just up and quit? So what's your goal? And where in the hell from here do I go? Well, didn't you have plans? 'Cause baby, I can't lean on where you stand. Well, no, you don't owe me a thing. And I know there's more here than what we see. But goddamn, your words cut right through me. I'll sit here, I'll think, and I'll think. So what's your goal? And where in the hell from here do I go? Well, did you have plans? 'Cause baby, I can't lean on where you stand. It's got a hold on me, baby, like an itch that I can't find. Can't find a melody lately. Stuck in this lonely ride. Well, I really wanna write a song about you, but I won't if you don't want me
Thank you. See, it sounds like I'm mad, right? I
You're
wasn't mad at all.
passionate about
It's so mad.
that song. Yes. Now you just had mentioned prior to this song that you have a new single out. It's called "Come Get Your Baby," correct?
Come get your baby.
And so I guess we're kind of going to be the preview
Yeah.
to your actual CD coming out.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited.
Me too. I can't wait for it to be done. Okay, you want to know about this? I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to tell you about this one. 'cause
Do
it's-
tell.
This one has to be explained. So, whenever I tell people I wrote a song about my kid, I have a 4-year-old boy, by the way. And whenever I tell people, oh, this song's about my son, I usually get like, oh, and stuff like that. Which I have those too about him. I do. But it's called "Come Get Your Baby." Like I was mad. I was genuinely mad with this one. And so his dad and I, we've been to hell and back a couple times. And the first time, my son was only like a year old. He was still pretty little, and he was out of the picture for a little bit for good reason. But I was still angry. And so I wrote the song back then. And then here recently, I got divorced last April, technically. And so now all of a sudden this song means a whole lot more than it used to. Because I have been doing it since last April kind of on my own too. And anyway, so it's my bitter single mom anthem. Although he's a great dad, he really is. He's just a crappy husband. But he's a great dad. He's good. Anyway, here it is. It's called "Come Get Your Baby."
Oh, hang on a second.
I know that's wrong. I know it is.
I don't know what it was, but I liked Dana's smile when you said that.
He knows all the dirty details.
You know what?
I saw
With
it in his eyes.
with a father as big and tall as he is, you would think that your boyfriends or husbands would really kind of stay, straight
You would
line.
be shocked.
Yeah.
Like sometimes we'll be playing these like old dive bars or something, and I'll say in the microphone like, "This is my dad," and like guys will still like come right up to the stage and be like, "I don't care if that's your dad. Like I'm gonna hit on you right now." Like he's right there. But yeah, no, It's
then
interesting.
He stands up.
And they stand up.
Patience,
Yeah.
huh?
Well, half the time my dad's like, "Hey man, I'll take a shot with you."
She just said that, didn't she?
Yes, you did.
That's what he means by one of the boys.
Yeah.
Half the time, I'm drinking them under the table. But, you know, I have a song called "Under the Table." I'm not going to do it tonight, but that's what it's about. Okay, come get your baby. Ready? Okay. 2, 3, and...
It's been about 3 months since you kicked me out, and sometimes I wonder what it is you do now. Probably drinking and smoking with the wrong crowd. I remember those days just hanging around. And no, I don't miss you, I'm doing just fine, but I'm living with something that ain't only mine. I've got something yours, it's always around, and I can't do the dishes or head into town without thinking of you and seeing your face. Yeah, it's always with me, always in my space. And no, I don't miss you, I'm doing just fine, but I'm living with something that ain't only mine. So come get your baby, he's driving me crazy. He acts like his daddy when there's something he wants. So quit being lazy, why don't you pay me? Well boy, could you maybe be a man for once? Come get your baby, I'm coming undone. Well, I never stopped to think too hard on doing this myself, 'cause I never thought I'd get this far without your help. I've been pushing and waiting and staying up all night. Honey, where did you go? We ain't doing this thing right. And no, I don't miss you, I'm still alive, but I'm living with something that ain't only mine. So come get your baby, he's driving me crazy. He acts like his daddy when there's something he wants. So quit being lazy, why don't you pay me? Well boy, could you maybe be a man for once? Come get your baby, I'm coming undone. Well, there's hearts on the line, plans to be made, seeds to be sown, and bills to be paid. I don't know where you've been or where we're going, but it's pretty clear that your yell is showing. So come get your baby, he's driving me crazy. He acts like his daddy when there's something he wants. So quit being lazy, why don't you pay me? Well boy, could you maybe be a man for once? Come get your baby, I'm coming
Yeah.
Don't be a deadbeat,
Yeah.
whatever you do.
I'm sure there are plenty of people that can relate to that song. That's
the
good.
plan.
That's good.
And it's kind of sketchy, too, that I'm going to come out on the radio like that. I mean, that's kind of dangerous to do, but I don't know.
Nah, who cares?
I'm very sweet. It's just the music that's
You have another song. It's called The David Song.
Oh, thank God. I love this. Okay. We're going to do that in key of A. Okay. So, y'all are pretty familiar with musicians around here and things like that.
Yes.
So, when I was 13 years old, my dad had just kind of moved to Texas right before then. And I was, I don't know if it was my first summer or my second summer here or whatever, but suddenly I was coming to Texas for a month at a time for summer. And I always wanted to, play music and write songs. I've been writing songs since I was tiny, and most of them are awful. But one summer I came here, and my dad was like, okay, let me hear your songs, So I'm, sitting in the living room, and, he's got his back turned toward me, That's how nervous I was. And so I showed him 4 or 5 songs, probably. And he was like, well, guess what? We're going to go record your songs. And I was like, no way, I'm going to make a CD. It used to be called yeah. And so I'm like, cool, that's so cool. So we go to the studio. It's called Largemouth. And it's owned by a guy named Ronnie Griffin. So people call him Rug. He's also my drummer. And he's been my dad's drummer since they were 10, probably.
70s.
But not the drummer.
No, different drummer.
Not that drummer.
Different drummer. This one's like my uncle. This one co-signed a car for me and everything. Okay. Different drummer. No, but so we pull in and I'm all nervous, whatever. And we pull in and this guy's standing there. He's got these high top, bright red Converse on and this shaggy hair, and he's crazy looking. And I was like, okay, cool. I didn't know who he was. So we go in and my dad's like, let's show him your songs. So we run through my songs and then my dad's like, okay, bye. And he leaves me there with this crazy person. And I was like, all right, sure. I don't know what I'm doing. I'd never even had headphones on in a booth or anything like that before. And sure enough, about 13 hours later, we had 4 or 5 songs recorded, and he had me do all my own parts. He was amazing. I learned so much that day, not just about music, but about myself and life in general. And a lot of that was because of the stuff that he taught me through those headphones. And so, the song is called The Man in the Headphones. But we call it the David song because it's about David Zajac. I don't know if y'all know who David Zajac is, but he's pretty heavy hitter. And he passed away a few years ago. So that's kind of when this song came about. But here it is. One, two, three, and...
Writing songs in solitude, no one else to see the truth. So I came to Texas, first time seeing Daddy in a while. So I had me my first taste of music infection. Well, at 13 it seemed much too easy to think that life was anything like a song. So he took me to Largemouth, we pulled our guitars out, and a man walked in through the door. And it didn't take long till that man knew my song, and we sang the day away. And the man in the headphones would say, don't jump the gun, don't think too hard, and take you a deep breath. And of all the cool things that you could do, well, the feeling is the best. Go ahead and mean it, just to lose your head. So I won't forget forget what the man in the headphones said. Well, a few years later I would sleep out on the stage in the park with nothing to my name but a bottle with no label and a little piece of paper to write down the words in my brain. And when night came to stand on my feet once again, well, I'd go back to that day and what the man in the headphones would say. Don't jump the gun, don't think too hard, and take you a deep breath. And of all the cool things that you could do, well, the feeling is the best. Go ahead and mean it, just to lose your head. So I won't forget what the man in the headphones said. Well, don't jump the gun, don't think too hard, and take you a deep breath. And of all the cool things that you could do, well, the feeling is the best. Go ahead and mean it, just to lose your head. So I won't forget what the man in the headphones said. No, I won't forget what the man in the headphones said.
Yeah.
The David song.
Nice.
Okay. You're on it. Look at you. Most of the time I'm like, hey, bro, where'd you go? Can somebody find the sound man?
I'll let you change instruments.
All right.
Just like we planned it.
Yeah, we rehearsed all this. Okay, so these last two are brand new, like brand spanking new, like they don't even have a bridge yet. One of them doesn't have a bridge yet. But I've been writing all this like different new stuff lately, and that's because my entire life has completely gone upside down in the past year.
In a good way?
Oh, that's where it's going, yeah. It's for a good reason. It's just if I can keep my head, you know.
Yeah.
That would be ideal. But
That's a good thing.
yeah. But I did. I went through that divorce and I gave him everything. I mean, the house, the dog, the trampoline, and I moved into an RV and with my son, and we've been doing fine. You know, we got like 37 feet of freedom.
Yeah.
So that was the goal, right? Write that down.
37
Please
feet
don't
of
forget
freedom.
that.
I got it for you, John.
Okay, thank you. Anyways, so my songwriting has changed too, like with everything. And heartache can do that, and freedom can do that.
Yes.
And alcohol and weed can do those things too. So it just kind of depends on the day. And but this one's called Crazy One, I think. I don't, if you can think of a better name, tell me.
Okay. Well, let's hear it, and we'll tell you if we think it should be Crazy One.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you hear that guitar one time before we start?
Oh yeah. One time for the one time. Good? Okay. So I was in Cossie, Texas on a bathroom floor acoustics and bathrooms work very well. So that's kind of how this song started. Well, I've searched high and wide, left and right, up and down, inside to side. Why do I only love a crazy one? Well, I'm not gone, and I'm not stolen, ain't been responsible for slowly drifting down the drain. Not going anywhere fast, but I'm not falling, I'm not gone, and I'm not stolen, ain't been responsible for slowly drifting down the drain. Not going anywhere fast, but I'm not falling for the crazy one. Well, I've been east and west, worst and best, done it all, then did the rest. But why do I only love a crazy one? Well, I'm not gone, and I'm not stolen, ain't been responsible for slowly drifting down the drain. Not going anywhere fast, but I'm not falling, I'm not gone, and I'm not stolen, ain't been responsible for slowly drifting down the drain. Not going anywhere fast, but I'm not falling for the crazy one. Well, I'm not gone, and I'm not stolen, ain't been responsible for slowly drifting down the drain. Not going anywhere fast, but I'm not falling, I'm not gone, and I'm not stolen, ain't been responsible for slowly drifting down the drain. Not going anywhere fast, but I'm not falling for the crazy one. There you go. I don't know.
I like it. And I think Crazy One's
It's not too obvious.
No, it's fine.
Sometimes I feel like I'm being so generic sometimes.
No.
If you're trying to hook people, make it easy.
That's a good hook.
People are crazy, right?
All of them are.
So now I'm going to get the angry single moms and the psychos. And those are two different groups, by the way.
Sometimes they're two different groups.
I'm also a comedian, so I forgot to tell you that part.
Well, we are getting close to the end of the first half of this wonderful show that you have given us this evening. You're going to take us out with your song Roadrunner. Do tell us about that.
Okay. This is another new one. So where I am parked right now. That's the cool thing about living in a camper. You don't actually have to move. You just have to drive. But where I'm parked currently is, they call it Broke Down Musicians Park. Mostly.
Write that down, Bill.
Write that down too. No, really, that's what they call it because it's we've got some friends that own a construction company in China Spring, and they've got some property out there, and so they put like 6 or 7 RV hookups just for the hell of it, and and it happens to be filled with a bunch of musicians right now that all know each other. And, I'm the only girl up there, but anyway, it's like out in the middle of nowhere, and so there's roadrunners like everywhere. And I'm from Colorado, so I'm not used to, you know, that many roadrunners at once. Like, I see one here and there, but I'll see like 6 in a matter of 5 minutes sometimes up there. So I have this real pretty field behind my camper, and one day it turned blue and red, you know, when all the flowers popped up, and it happened like overnight. Mm-hmm. And so I was sitting there in my car just kind of looking at the field, which I do all the time for no reason at all, but I thought, man, that's really pretty, and I bet you there's so many roadrunners out there. I bet you they're running, and I just can't see them because it's flowers. And so this song, you know, Roadrunner, and really just the state I was in that night when I wrote the song, I was sad and lonely and wondering what I was doing with my life and things like that. And I don't know, I looked at the field and this song happened. So here it is.
Oh, so this is
Capo 2 and A. Okay, so that means B, doesn't it? That's B, right? Capo 2 and A.
Oh, so you're in B. Okay, sorry. I thought.
I always do that. I write the Capo 2 and then whatever chord I play, but it's never the right key for somebody else to look at it.
Sitting here, staring at a field of red and blue. Probably road runners for miles, but I'll never find a road that don't run me back to you. I've never been here, only a couple of handful of times. Well, you tried to quit, and I tried to hide, but I'll never find a road that don't run me back to you. Who I am ain't who I've been, part of me. Well, I don't mean to condescend. Do you need me, or are you sleeping regularly? I'm making it here, won't catch me dropping the ball soon, won't find me drinking before noon, but I'll never find a road that don't run me back to you. Well, are you sincere? In the mirror I look like you, and I'm sure you've seen it more than twice, but I'll never find a road that don't run me back to you. Well, who I am ain't who I've been, part of me. Well, I don't mean to condescend. Do you need me, or are you sleeping regularly? Part of me. Well, I don't mean to condescend. Do you need me, or are you sleeping regularly?
Just sleep.
Do you need me, or are you sleeping?
glad I didn't forget the words to either of those.
Jonna, it's been such an honor having you, and you too, Dana.
Thank you, ma'am.
I also want to thank our studio audience that's in here tonight who came out to spend their time and listen to you. I want to thank our Facebook audience. I know they're out there watching. And I also want to thank Randy back there for doing the engineering this evening. And is Reno in? Or? And then, of course, we have Bruce Davis, our photographer, who's going to get you some beautiful
Cool.
pictures.
Hopefully I wasn't making ridiculous faces.
No, you're all good.
I do sometimes.
Again, thank you, everybody, and keep on tuning in. You are in the music room.